Okay, I'm doing this video again. I want to shave it down from 10 minutes. My name is Jonathan Buford, and I'm doing my weekly video on becoming a digital nomad. And today, I'm going to do a short and quick review of the book Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. This is kind of a sequel to his book, The War of Art, which I've already done a video on, which is amazing, which changed my life, which I think would change anyone's life if they are ready to read it. And God, what can I say about this book that hasn't been said about sliced bread? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's short. The book is around 130 pages. I've already done a video on the War of Art, so you might know a bit about that if you've watched that video, but this book is about sitting down to do your work. And the day after I started reading it, my coding and the amount of work that I was putting into it increased by 40%. So I almost doubled the amount of work that I am doing. I've been coding for the last 30 days. Digital Nomad stuff is still, we're still working towards that, by the way. Progress is good. Goodness gracious, this book is not a soft and fuzzy book. It's about learning how to sit down and be miserable and hustle and grind this stuff out of you. If you are a novelist, it'll teach you how to sit down and work on your novel. If you have an idea for a business and you're just not doing it, if you have an idea to change your career and you're just not doing it. We're not talking about shadow careers or getting better at something you're already doing that you already know deep inside that isn't really your true calling. This is about really going towards your true calling. And the guy has most definitely turned pro. This guy, Steven Pressfield, that wrote the book. It's hard to talk about because I'm actually still in the process of this. I know and suspect that I still have resistance that I'm letting beat me, but since reading his books, I have found this. I'm starting to recognize in me the aspects of what he calls a professional, someone who sits down and hustles and grinds every single day to work towards their goals and dreams and their calling. And I'm noticing less and less of the aspects of the amateur that the amateur addict is what he talks about. That's his word for people who are still letting resistance beat them. So the book is amazing. It's just as good as The War of Art in my belief, and The War of Art changed my life. I have suggested The War of Art to a couple people recently, and they've both, said the same thing. The book's amazing. It's helped them to realize when they don't do their work why they're in pain. The reason why we experience all this pain and all this fear is because we're not going for it, as humans. So what has changed since I started reading the book? Like I said, my productivity, did I already mention that? I'm not sure, 40%. My productivity shot up 40%, and I know that I'm more clear on the fact that I have actually not turned pro yet, which is hard. It's a process, I believe. It's basically a changing of your mind that you're not going to let resistance beat you anymore, and that you're going to go for it. You're going to hustle and grind it out. You're going to do whatever it takes to basically sit down and do your work, remove distractions and excuses and whatever's stopping you from doing your stuff, and you just sit down and do it every day. That's the book boiled down. Remove excuses, remove distractions, and just sit down and hustle, grind it out, do your thing, and basically tap your inner power and create your life's work. That's the subtitle of the book. I think we all deep down know what we should be doing, and some of us are doing it, but it's rare, and most of us are spinning circles and living the life, like he says, of being the addict. We're addicted to the distractions. We're addicted to running from the fear, running from what we know we really should be doing. So the book is profoundly powerful. I give it a 5 stars, and I recommend it to anyone who's starting any kind of venture or any kind of artist or any kind of person who is working towards something that's positive. You know, we're talking about, we're talking about following our dreams here, and it's tough. And there's been a million books written about this stuff, and I've read a lot of them, but none have been as powerful as The War of Art and Turning Pro for me. So this book by Steven Pressfield, Turning Pro, 100% recommend. You know, if you've read like Tim Ferriss and the 4-Hour Workweek and any other books about going nomadic and like, actually going through with your goals and your desires and your like deepest dreams, yeah, you know what type of book I'm talking about. It's not soft and fuzzy. It's not a feel-good book. It's kind of like a kick in the butt. It's a kick in the pants. So I think usually that's what we need. We don't need inspiration, like I've said before. We need commitment. We need the willingness to sit down and do this stuff every day. So that's about it. Like I said, I wanted to make this video shorter. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you liked the video, please do so below. And if you think my content will help you, please subscribe because it'll help me. Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. Get the book today and change your life. Thank you.